Meek Mill is one of the biggest rap acts out of Philadelphia. The Maybach music rapper has become a global superstar, well recognized for his raw delivery and strong lyrics. Meek Mill has released some pretty popular music, including a number of very high charting albums that have marked his development as an artist. Meek Mill has always undoubtedly been a talented musician. His rap career so far has been in one word, prolific. However, since the start of his career, Meek Mill has constantly stayed under the radar for fear of being sent to prison. His numerous legal battles have mostly originated from a gun possession case that developed multiple complications as a result of a number of probation violations. Meek Mill's legal battles in history play a major role in the reason why the rapper does not have as many lucrative deals as other rappers who are at par with him. But what exactly is it that has kept Meek Mill in and out of courts for the entire stretch of his career? Keep watching to find out. Early life of Meek Mill. Robert Rameek Williams, popularly known as Meek Mill, was born on May 6, 1987. Meek Mill lost his father at a very young age. His family eventually moved to South Philadelphia, where he was raised by a single mother. It was this move to South Philadelphia that introduced and inspired Meek Mill to become a rapper. His uncle Grandmaster Nell was a major influence in his desire to become a rapper and on his style. Meek began rapping from a young age and appeared in his first rap battle at age 16. He quickly became famous for his brilliant rap battle lyrics and his unique style of delivery. Despite the fact that his first rap battles were not successful, Meek Mill kept at it, refusing to give up. The story of Meek Mill's rap career can never really be fully told if his rap group is not mentioned. The Bloodhounds music group consisted of Meek Mill and two of his close friends. Unfortunately, the rap group never really took off. By the time Meek had turned 18, he had gained considerable ground in the rap music scene in South Philadelphia. Some of his tapes like The Real Me, The Real Me 2, and Flamers had even been noticed by popular record label Grand Hustle Music. Unfortunately for Meek, this was also the start of what was to be a decade-long legal battle. In 2007, Meek was coming home from a corner store when he observed police at his house. He would later find out that the police had come for a drug bust on account of Meek having sold drugs to an undercover cop. In a panic, Meek tried to throw the gun that he was with. Unfortunately, the police saw him do this and took this as a sign of aggression. In their statement, the police claimed that Meek pointed the gun directly at them, which Meek denied completely. A year later from this incident, Meek was sentenced to nearly 2 years in prison to be followed by 8 years of probation. After getting out, Meek Mill signed a 5-year parole agreement and enjoyed 2 years of peace and quiet while serving his parole. Rap career. As Meek Mill grew, his music began to do big numbers, even earning several spots in top 10 charts. With his success came multiple offers from brands for Meek to feature in one way or the other in their products. Unfortunately, these deals required Meek to travel rather often. In order to keep these lucrative deals, Meek Mill avoided discussing the details of his parole with these brands. This arrangement would have gone fine, as Meek Mill had a travel permit. Unfortunately, in December 2012, Meek violated a term of his parole, causing Judge Brinkley to revoke his travel permit. In 2013, Meek Mill had another parole violation that prompted Judge Brinkley to ask Meek to undergo an etiquette class. Although his crimes were not particularly grievous, the judge deemed his attitude to be uncooperative. Meek was not willing to undergo the etiquette classes that the judge asked him to go to and still went ahead to travel despite the issues on ground. In July 2014, Meek was sentenced to prison for 6 months after his probation was revoked. After his release in December, Meek kept a low profile for close to a year until he got caught again violating parole. This time the judge ordered Meek to stop working until his arrest, which lasted for 3 whole months. This was then followed by 6 additional years of probation. Despite the situation, Meek again found himself in trouble after attacking 2 civilians at an airport in Missouri. This incident earned him 2 years in state prison. During all of this time, Meek's music continued to take front and center of the rap music scene. His hit songs, On the Regular and Shine from his album Dream Chasers 4, gained a lot of attention for the rapper. Determined to see Meek free from his legal battles, a major campaign was launched with the hashtag #FreeMeek. Due to pressure from the fans and a solid case brought by his lawyer, an investigation was launched into the events that had occurred in his 2008 case. The investigation revealed that the judge presiding over Meek Mill's case possibly had ulterior motives. 2 particular events pointed this out. The FBI discovered that the judge had actually come to see Meek Mill during his community service, which was unusual. In addition, the judge had allegedly ordered Meek to give her a shout-out in one of his songs. The case finally burst open when the police officer who had originally arrested Meek in 2008 was caught and discovered to be corrupt. Meek's lawyers immediately applied to acquit Meek of all crimes based on the new information that had been brought to light. A combination of great lawyers, pressure from his fans, and an unbiased judge led Meek to finally being released from his legal battles by pleading guilty to a misdemeanor. Meek Mill has worked hard to create the reputation that he has as a rapper and as a person. If there's one thing you can guarantee with Meek Mill, is that he will always air his opinions and loudly. Meek's reputation for always speaking up clearly for whatever he believes in has gotten the Philadelphia rapper in trouble more than once. His experience with the prejudiced legal system and his decade-long legal battle have given Meek Mill a lot of things to talk about. Meek Mill said that his policy in helping fix the situation is to do more and talk less. The rapper has constantly stayed on course by speaking out on injustice in the system and getting involved in initiatives to help prevent black-on-black killings. Controversies. There are a number of theories peddled on Instagram about Meek Mill. One in particular stems from a tweet that the rapper made in December 2019. What about major companies taking kids from the ghetto and got them signing their lives away for a little bit of money? Who's taking control of that 2020 and exposing people offering these slave deals? I'm gonna get some lawyers to break down some of these deals y'all offering these kids. Meek Mill is just one of several industry big hitters who have called out the industry big hitters for taking advantage of talent and exploiting young, impressionable artists. The Reform Alliance co-founder made sure to include the injustices in the music industry as being worthy enough to be tackled. In another tweet, Meek Mill said, "I don't trust people and their motives really no more. Everybody planning to make something off you without you knowing. It might be a coincidence, but Meek's comments came in shortly after Tory Lanez dropped his comments threatening to expose the higher-ups at Interscope Records. In fact, this is not the only time that Meek Mill has been involved in fighting against injustice. In his song Other Side of America, released during the peak of the 2020 protests, Meek Mill attacked a number of pressing social issues. What do you have to lose? You're living in poverty. Your schools are no good. You have no jobs. 58% of your youth is unemployed. What the hell do you have to lose?" Meek Mill's Other Side begins with a quote from Donald Trump's 2016 rally. By using these lyrics, Meek Mill points out the hopeless state of the Afro-American communities as a reference to his struggle with the legal system. He then continues, "They gotta kill me in traffic. I ain't with none of this rap shit. I've been trying to run from these caskets." Meek Mill's choice to release this bold and provocative song in a period where a lot of celebrities were shying away from commenting on the situation of America just shows how much Meek Mill is invested in making sure that his voice was heard. Rap feuds. When he's not busy being voice of justice, Meek Mill lends his voice rather loudly to other things that he feels just as strongly about. Meek Mill is no stranger to beef. His most popular beef to date has been with superstar Drake. In 2015, Meek Mill called Drake out for being a fraud. According to him, Drake didn't write his own lyrics. Meek Mill fingered a local Atlanta rapper, Quentin Miller, as the source of Drake's bars. The controversy surrounding the incident peaked when Drake released a diss track as a response to Meek's accusation. Both rappers have been able to squash their beef, even going on ahead to rap together on stage as a show of solidarity. Meek Mill had this to say when he was asked about the beef in 2020. "If you ask me about why I came at Drake, I don't even really know. Everybody be saying Nicki, that wasn't the case. They always had their relationship before me. I can never let that be the one reason why I'm mad at him. I just ain't really know when I look back." Meek Mill has also aired very strongly his views on Tekashi 6ix9ine. The Philadelphia rapper openly said that he would troll Tekashi forever when it came to light that the New York rapper was cooperating with the authorities to open a racketeering case. In a series of tweets and Instagram posts, Meek Mill openly baited Tekashi and let him know exactly what he thought of the rapper constantly. The exchange between these two rappers escalated when Tekashi allegedly waited for Meek Mill in a garage and attempted to assault him. Meek Mill has had a very dark past and has gone through a number of challenges as a rapper and as a person. Despite everything he's experienced in the rap game, Meek Mill has still managed to remain relevant with good music sales and big singles. His unique lyrics and delivery have remained a major force in the industry. Whatever past Meek Mill has, it's obvious that he's refused to allow it to affect his music. His work with Reform Alliance has become a great way for the Philadelphia star to touch a lot of people outside of music in a more permanent way. That brings us to the end of today's video. If you liked the video, please leave a like and a comment below. Also, if you're new to the channel, subscribe and hit the notification bell to be notified when we upload new content.